tuning in to Talk Tuesdays. I am your host, Mssapphireblu of the Blue Experience. I definitely want to start by saying thank you, God, for allowing me to sit right here and start right now after a long day. But I cannot forget to get in Talk Tuesdays. Thank you for waking me up this morning. And no matter how my day goes and all the twists and turns and all of the happiness and the joy and the frustrations that the day may bring, thank you for allowing me to experience it. And hopefully you guys are saying the same thing about your day. Just stop for a moment when you get to that point and just think about it. Like, damn, it could still be worse. Or that it's okay. So please, just thank whoever you thank for allowing you to see another day. Enjoy every minute. And I definitely want to give an extra toast and shout out. I've been drinking my little lipstick stains, but an extra simple toast too. Nothing like something sweet and good. But a nice shout out to all of my February birthday people. Go Pisces. Big shout out to all of my birthday people. Right now, I'm sorry, but a big shout out to a sweet friend and young lady, Jessica, starting your 34th birthday. Blessings to you. To a good friend of mine, Mssapphireblu Sissy, who's traveling the Caribbean, but I can't wait for us to rock out this weekend. So a big shout out to you. Big shout out to RA. You already know what it is. It's Pisces season. Get it no matter what. Forget it all and just do you and continue to rock out. Just a big shout out to another friend of mine. I call her Patty Cakes. But a big shout out. You celebrated this weekend. Just a big shout out to all of my February Pisces. And please, if I did forget you and you're like, why you didn't call me? I'm cool with you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry if I didn't call your name. But I wish you many love and blessings as I move along in my Talk Tuesdays. Well, it's Talk Tuesdays and I want to get it in. Now, I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to talk about after coming, off of a really, okay weekend and kind of just woo-saw a little bit out. And it was nice to kind of, do what I do. Can't talk about it. Because what happens stays in. So all I am going to say is when I came back, I kind of noticed there was a shift in energy and changes. And I started to see throughout a lot of my friends that was just talking about energy and just talking about, people bringing them to a place sometimes that isn't so cool. And a friend of mine posted something and I was in total agreement. Sometimes it's really tough. And I want to talk about how tough it is with allowing or not allowing people to steal your energy. It is so hard at times because positive people are people on the path of greatness tend at times to be surrounded by a lot of negative forces. And sometimes the more we are on the path to greatness, the more these negative forces begin to attack. And sometimes we don't realize it. But if we sit back and think, as you are on your journey to whatever it is, whether it's becoming an actress, an artist, starting a business, being an entrepreneur, engaging in love or marriage or a family, just things that's going to better or enhance you or make you happy, do you find that struggles come into play? Do you find that little frustrations and annoyances begin to happen? It starts to throw you off. Someone is bothering you, you just have to cuss them out, even though that's not what you want to do. But you find yourself engaging in conversations that kind of bring you out of your character. That person is now stealing your energy. They are stealing your joy. They are putting you and antagonizing you and forcing your hand to enter a place that you no longer wish to go to. But you have to prove a point. Why? Because of our pride. We don't want to get disrespected. We don't want anyone to think they can do whatever they want to do to us. So we go for the kill. We go for the gusto. And we begin to engage and we put ourselves on the other person's level and we get that immediate gratification. But guess what? Like my friend said, and Tamisha, you hit it right on the nose yesterday. After it was all said and done, Who really won? You, the person who decided to say, you know what, I'm not going to let this happen. I need to say what I have to say. And bam, there you go. Or the person who drew you in. Because see, the person that draws you in, that starts to steal that energy when you're in a good place, they don't know any better. See, their gratification is putting you down. Their gratification is hurting you. Their gratification is trying to tarnish your name. Their gratification is to annoy you, to be vindictive towards you. Do something to rattle you. And when you enter and receive that and act on that, then and only then will they, damn, boom, I got her. Boom, I got him. And they put you in that place. We, meaning those that are on something better, those that are aiming for something so much better, we have to stand strong. I know for me it's hard because I come from a family of no nonsense. So better believe that if you do something or have done something that has been disrespectful or you're violating family or anything like that, that causes me to have to put, as they say, my foot in your behind, or my mouth will go 1,000 miles an hour to let you know exactly what it is and this is what it is. That takes a lot of energy to get mad at someone, to curse them out, to let them know what it is. Draws so much energy out of you that you actually really do become tired. You become tired, you become drained. That brings about headaches, that brings about sickness, you become stressed. And see, that's not what you aim for. I can tell right now you're aiming for peace, right? You're aiming to get rid of the nonsense. You're aiming to not become that person anymore if you were that person. We can't let people drain us. Last night I thought about so many ways to just get at someone, and I had to stop and say, Simone, you are Mssapphireblu now. You have people following you now. This is your brand, and you cannot allow anyone to take you to a place that you may regret down the line for instant gratification. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. And it's a struggle. It's a struggle because when you know people expect so much more of you and they expect your behavior to be so much better, when you want to result to saying, you know what, I just want to go to that person's level, it's like it's 10 times worse. Sometimes, you know, I want to stoop to that level and cuss somebody out or do what I need to do. But after it's all said and done, I don't want to be that individual. And I know you don't want to be that individual. So, if you are someone who's noticing that people are stealing your energy, they're stealing your energy with the nonsense and things that they're doing. They're throwing you off your path. They're throwing you off your game. They want to engage you so you could turn left instead of going right when you're on the right path. Find ways to center your inner peace. Find ways to center your inner soul. Take a breath, breathe, take your time, and find something that brings you to that point of return. Sometimes it can be messages that a friend has said to your head. Sometimes it can be a face that you see. It can be a memory. It can be something that you're striving for. In your mind and in your heart and in your soul, you find that peace and bring yourself back, because it's so not worth it. And trust, people or things that are attacking you, they're going to be dealt with. They're going to find that they'll never find happiness. That whatever they plan to do to be vindictive or hurtful towards you ultimately will never win. They'll never win down the line. They may seem like they got you. And sometimes you have to let people believe and feel like they got you. But always remember, in life, you have to play chess, not checkers. And sometimes fighting fire is not with fire. Sometimes fighting fire is fighting it with water. So as I always like to say, in the 2020 motto is, especially for my ladies, let's do better for 2020. Let's be more uplifting. Let's center our mind. Let's center our soul. Let's get our heart and all three of those together as one for a better you. Just become a better you each and every day in everything that you're doing. Don't second guess yourself. Don't short yourself. Don't do any of those things. And I'm telling you, you're going to be coming and attacked at so many angles. You're going to find frustrations with family, or find frustrations with friends, or find frustrations with work, and those that's closest to you, the ones that you really love. Finding frustrations in your relationship is going to attack you. It's going to attack you, but don't let it win. Don't let it break you up. Don't let it tear down the things that you love. Don't let it tear down the things that you want and you hold dear. Don't let it happen. And I know it's so hard, but I urge you, don't fall into that, because it's so draining. It's draining being mad. How much energy do you find in smiling? How do you feel when you start smiling more? How do you feel when you become more positive? It's this burst of energy you feel. You're energetic. You want to hit the gym. You want to work out. You want to do things. You want to stay busy. It energizes you when you stay positive and happy. When you become negative, when you're arguing, you're fussy, when you feel like I got to get back at someone, it becomes draining. So don't let things in others drain you. Remember, this year is about being comfortable with being uncomfortable with yourself. Don't fall into the same patterns. Don't fall into the same trends. Stay on your path. Go and let your day go without you making any changes to it. And you never know where you may end up at. You may think you're running late, but you're actually right on time. Your train is 5 minutes late, but it's for a reason. It's not really late. It's something that you're supposed to see or get from it, even if it flashes just like that. Take a breath and breathe and let the day go. Don't be afraid to be you. Don't be afraid to love. Don't be afraid to show it. Don't be afraid to be strong. Accept life consequences. Accept life's gifts. But don't accept anyone stealing your energy and your joy. Now, for most people know that I am beginning to start a book club. I did say I was going to start in February, and February is not over as of yet. So stay tuned this weekend for the future date and time and place for this book club. And for those that are watching afar and can't meet up with me, I'm actually going to also be sharing group stuff as well, where you can also chime in. Now, for my ladies to begin, and man, I didn't leave you out too. You're definitely going to be able to take away some good things if you also want to enjoy. But this definitely is about lady empowerment for 2020. You definitely want to get yourself right. And ladies, I know that we have to change our thinking. I started to read something, and it's called Successful Women Think Differently. This is one of the books that I definitely want to begin to read with all of you. And I just want you all to keep that in mind. Successful women think differently. And not only do they think differently, they move differently, and then they talk differently. And these are some of the things we're definitely going to be diving into during the Blue Experience Book Club, the Blue Circle. So right now, I just want to thank you guys for tuning in to Talk Tuesdays. Remember, you can always follow me at the Blue Experience, and you can definitely follow me right here at Mssapphireblu on Instagram, and you can tune into my new YouTube page, the Blue Experience. The E is actually reversed, the 3, so it's BLU with the number 3 as an E. So it's the Blue Experience on the YouTube, and you're going to also stay tuned as I begin to start up my blog as well on food, cooking, love, and sex. You're going to be centering it around there. Well, we are out once again. Big shout out to Pisces. And right now, I'm actually rocking to Janai Akko. I believe I said her name. She's been riding with me, keeping me mellow. I'm going to finish this out for all of my Pisces friends. This is a little brown and yellow juice for all of my brown drinkers out there. I'm not a usual brown drinker, but I need to expose some leftovers from this awesome weekend. that I had. So thank you for tuning in to Talk Tuesday. I am your girl, Mssapphireblu. And remember, don't let them steal and drain your energy. We out, and I'll see you next time. Talk Tuesdays. Stay tuned next week. It's about to go down. See you guys later.